All right. When I heard about this kind of statement, in my mind, I was like, this could be 100% true. And the statement basically was saying that music is too rich and diverse to limit yourself to just one genre. I guess you're like, now, okay, where are we going with this? What are we talking about right here? But you're definitely going to understand this once you keep listening in all through to the conversation that I'm going to be having right here with the main man himself, PHILANT. Wagwan, my guy.
Yeah, what's up? What's good, bro? What's popping?
Hey man, eating good, everything
I'm sounding
good.
different in it.
You're sounding different in it indeed.
It's been long, bro. Like, I don't remember the last time we met.
Hey man, been a while,
Almost
but so...
a year, bro. I last saw you during COVID, bro.
Man, yeah, also those were the last times we met. But you even looked so busy during COVID when everyone was, locked indoors and they're all in, kind of a misery situation.
Yeah, I think it's faking until you make it. Even though you're doing nothing.
So for you, by that time, you're just faking it.
I was quite busy though, like not doing anything, but I was trying to figure out what kind of life I have to live for myself.
For sure.
It was a crazy moment where you don't even know what's happening or what's going on, so it was a bit tricky. You want to go somewhere, they don't want you to go. You want to do something, you don't want... So they lock you out of your workplaces and stuff.
Yeah, man.
So it was a crazy moment, though it was like an awakening for everybody, so... It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, man. Good to see you, man, after that long time.
Good to see you too, bro.
You're looking dope, man.
Thanks, bro.
What's cooking?
Yeah. Everything is cooking.
Yeah, everything is cooking.
Yeah.
Man, I can tell you that something has to be cooking because, man, the last time we met, I was left with an impression that this guy must be up to something. This guy must be up to something. And I
was planning to do a lot of things then on... I was working on an EP that I... tried working on it then. I felt bored during COVID time, left it. Then 2023 came, I left it. So 2024, this is where we are. Yeah.
So now we're going to find whether you left it or you didn't leave it.
Yeah.
Man, amazing. I can tell how that could have been a very trying moment during that period of COVID and after COVID. Yeah. For most people to really stick onto something and hold on to it and be consistent with it was very, very hard based on everything that was happening. Yeah. It was very hard because I noticed many guys during that period. Even I myself, man, you'd be like, okay, man, this is what I'm onto for this period. Yeah. But then you don't see like a light ahead because of everything that was happening. Yeah, man, you feel like, man, to hell with this stuff. Yeah. You get. But anyways, even before we talk about what you got onto in 2024, whether you left the EP or you got onto the EP. Yeah. Let's draw back. Let's draw back about PHILANT, man. Someone out there may have jumped into this and they're listening and they want to get to know, all right, PHILANT. Who's PHILANT? Like, who does PHILANT represent? What does PHILANT do? You get it?
Your PHILANT is a rapper, producer, right?
All right.
Yeah, so...
rapper, producer.
Yeah, I started making music back in 2022. COVID things,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so when times was hard, you have to find something that can make you do something and do something that you... Yeah, so I started making music, like learning how to produce back in 2022. That's using YouTube and a cracked version of FL. Okay. Like most people.
So you're not just cracked with COVID, but you're also running with cracked software.
Learning how to crack softwares. So I started with that. So with time, I got to learn how to structure the music, how to make music sound different, something like that. So how to record, how to write songs. So that's how I jumped into the music scene. Yeah, and that's where I am at the moment. All right. Yeah.
First, fill me in right there. It began as a producer.
Yeah, I began as a producer.
You had the interest in getting to know about making beats and all that. So that's where it started from.
That's where it started. So I graduated from the beats because actually I was making so many beats and there were no friends or rappers or artists
who were jumping on them,
who would because now you make something to make money, so I was making it to sell. Then I reached a point no one was buying. Then I was like, who wants a beat? And still no one came through. Was it because
were people broke? By men, when the COVID times, COVID times. What was it? What do you think? Was it that people were broke or people were not embracing the beats, the kind of beats you're making?
I think when you're new, like
in the industry,
you're
right?
learning how to do something.
Yeah,
in
man.
Like most fields.
And most people, I hear that once a producer is new, usually their approach is to give out stuff for free.
Yeah. Just
build
to get the market.
Get the market. But before that wasn't your strategy. You're like, I need that dime, man.
Yo, I was selling it even cheaply. That was like $10, bro. I was selling it cheaply. And still no one was buying it. So I cut off the price. I made it free and still no one wanted it.
And still no one was getting on board.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine?
Yeah.
But now, so that period, you're making the beats and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that basically was you, just as a guy who loves, playing around with all those softwares.
Yeah.
But then, how did that transition come in of like, all right, man, I've made these beats, so can I rap on these beats?
Remember when I said when I said no one wanted them?
Yeah, no one wanted them. Yeah.
So I had to prove a point that someone wanted them. Yeah.
All right. So it came from these guys not wanting to take these beats. They're like, all right, man, I've cooked this stuff myself. Let me eat it myself too.
Yeah. So I made it so nice. The recipe were good to me. I don't think it was good to other people. So I was like, you know what? Let me just
add some more ingredients.
Yeah. Let me just put the voices on it and put it out. So now that's where the artistry came from, like being an artist, working on this and that. And currently, like I said, highs and lows.
Yeah, man.
It was like the EP that has taken longer. I wanted to work on it, but times, you have to do this. Uganda, bro.
Yeah, man, there's so much going on. There's so much. Yeah. You can't just stick your head into one thing and you be like, all right.
The funny thing, I'm my own producer. I'm my own...
Man, you have all that...
manager. I'm the own artist. I'm this, I'm that, and that. So
Super
you realize
talented.
that for you to make one song fully, to complete it, takes even a month.
Sure, man. And if you're really putting all your time into it, but anyway, one thing I know right here in Uganda, man, the guy goes into studio, boom, it's done. The next day you have a track.
Okay, that is different.
But anyways, I guess it's cause the producer.
Yeah.
But for you being the producer and the artist, it's something different, right?
You know what's different with being an artist? It's so easy to be an artist in a way that if you have someone who is making the beats for you,
yeah, man,
someone who is mixing and mastering for you, someone who is making the artwork, someone who is managing you, all you need is to have a perfect voice.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you don't have a perfect voice, they can auto-tune
They can work on it.
T-Pain style.
Everything is possible right now.
Yeah. So if they tune it, they make it how you want it to sound. But the difference with being a producer and the artist, you have to make something. First of all, you are your own fan, yeah?
Sure.
Yeah. So you have to make something that I like this sound, so this sound I have to remove it. Getting the perfect sound for a song is one of the hardest things a producer goes through. It's like being a DJ to get that perfect song.
Yeah, man. Moves the crowd and watch, man.
So that's like the hardest thing. So that's where I was like, let me just put time on this and work on each song at a time. So when I'm done with this song, I go to the next, I go to the next, I go to the next. That is how I have managed to finish the EP. But I've also learned that, you know what? Everything is a day, bro. Like, life is a day at a time.
Yeah, man.
So if you focus so much on the end result, you'll forget what is happening now.
At the moment.
Yeah, you not focus so much on what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
Actually, us as consumers of the music, we never really get to think of the behind scenes, like the process these guys go through, all that you went through. Putting up even the beats themselves. And then eventually transitioning into getting onto those beats and, making the music yourself. But then how was that? First paint for me a picture how that was after you making the beats. And then people were not, buying these beats. Anyone, it's just like, let's put it into another context. You've made this product, maybe you've made your chapatis or anything, you go on the street and Rolex, and no one is buying them. And then you're like, okay, if people are not buying them, let me go and try out something else and bring it back on the street. No one really has that motivation.
Or maybe let me eat it.
Or maybe let me eat it. Most people, at that particular moment, they lose it. They're like, okay, this stuff is not mine. So what was it that really gave you that push and motivation and resilience and consistency to be like, okay, if these guys are not getting these beats, all right, I can still make use of these beats?
That was the easiest transition for me.
Like you knew it, you had it in you?
No, I didn't, but I knew it's
Because
easier.
initially, I know you're for the producing.
Yeah, producing. Okay, it's not easy, but once you know how to produce, you know how where the chorus should fall, where the bridge, where the verses, and so forth. Yeah. So once you get to know that, you know that I have to make a beat that sounds like this.
Yeah,
when
man.
it reaches here, I have to make another sound for the verse.
Yeah.
So it became easier for me, whereby I just got onto the mic and I started recording something.
All right.
And that was easier more than even the production. So I was like, why was I even wasting time?
So you're like, actually, this is my place. This is my...
Yeah, I just realized making music, being an artist is easier than being a producer.
Being a producer.
Because being a producer is harder. Like,
you really
have to craft something from zero.
From zero.
But being an artist, you
just
find
have
something
to-
that is created.
You use your mind and you write it down and boom, you're good to
Either
go.
you just freestyle, then they cut out what you don't want.
But being a guy that is on both sides of it all, let me ask you this. Who plays a bigger role in the creating of the beat? Okay, let me assume, who comes first? Is it the artist who comes first or it's the producer who comes first? Like, let me assume some guy has a song, he has already written it down.
Yeah.
Whose role will it be by the time the guy comes like, okay, this is the song? Whose role will it be to put out the beat? Is it the artist who determines that or it's the producer who determines that?
Two ways. Also, producers, there are like two types. There are beat makers and there are producers. Beat makers are people who make beats, already made beats that they try to pitch to other artists sell to other people.
All right.
Then a producer is also a beat maker, but a producer can craft a beat on spot. And a producer finalizes the process, like mixing it, mastering it. That's what differentiates a beat maker and a producer. So when an artist goes to a beat maker, obviously he or she will find the beats already made.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah. Sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes you find the beats are made because he's a beat maker. He has packs of beats.
Yeah.
Whereby you just check what you want, you listen to any beat. If you like it, you take it. Then producers, they're also beat makers. Sometimes you find beats on their laptops or computers. Then if you want a new beat or you have something that you can sing, he can make it on spot.
You can also make it on spot.
Yeah, so now that's the difference.
That's the difference.
But the producer also helps you with the tuning of your voices, sing like this, sing like that. Let me mix this and master this and give you the end product. Yeah, but beat makers give you beats, you record on it, you can use another producer or another sound engineer or something. Yeah. But the artist can come first or come last. The beat maker or the producer can also come first or come last.
It depends on the situation. All right.
Yeah.
But now let's go back to you now. Let's go back to PHILANT.
Yeah.
We're now going to go down the path of you as the rapper now, as PHILANT. Let's put aside now.
Myself and
Let's put aside the producer. Were you also going as PHILANT?
Yeah.
As a producer?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now first tell us PHILANT.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, I know PHILANT. I know what it is all about. But someone out there would want to know, what does this name mean? What's the uniqueness in this name?
The uniqueness is quite simple. Each letter has a different word.
Oh, it's
PHILANT
actually in uppercase.
Yeah, uppercase, which is PHILANT. So P stands for pray.
All right.
H stands for hard, pray hard. I stands for in. L stands for life. A stands for an, which is an. Then N stands for never. Then T stands for tremble.
Or tremble, whatever way you want to call it.
Yeah.
Man. Those are words that are very, very, spiritual.
It's simply pray hard in life and never tremble. Okay, it's just the word my mom used to use all the time.
Very much.
In the local language, like pray hard and do this.
Yeah, so for you literally just put it in English and it all came down to PHILANT.
Yeah, so pray hard in life and never tremble.
That was a creative side of you from way back even. It was still in, it was working and you didn't know.
Yeah.
You're literally putting out there even
so the mom has more creativity than the son.
All right, man. So you've got to know who Philant is or what Philant means. But then now coming down to you becoming a rapper, becoming a hip-hop artist in Uganda right here.
Yeah.
It's a genre that has really struggled, I would say.
Pretty much.
It's a genre that has struggled. And even if you look into the people that began this kind of movement of, the hip-hop culture, rapping and everything, you'd say they have averagely benefited from it.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the top high-ranked artists in Uganda, you'd find there are these other guys, in some other genres.
Yeah.
So what's your confidence of like, okay, me, I'm going to do hip-hop. I'm not going to go for chidandali. I'm not going to go for amapiano. I'm not going to go for Afrobeats. I'm strictly a rapper, and a rapper that is really doing hip-hop. Even actually hip-hop right now has been blended with Afrobeats. So you don't really get that feel of what hip-hop stands for. Like the real hip-hop beats are no longer existing.
Yeah.
So what was the drive and the confidence? You're like, man, for me, I'm not looking on this other side of what everyone is jumping onto. I'm sticking to the script of what I know hip-hop to be, and which I know that's what you've stuck to. But what was the confidence?
This is a very hard question to answer. I might answer it and irritate some other rappers.
No. It's you, man. You give us the answer. So you never know the other rappers would also, pick out something.
I just think music, like overall music, goes back to hip hop. Like even the Afro beats.
Yeah, man.
How music is written is like the same process. How you write music, the rhythms. It's all about the person. So me sticking to hip hop is not like I do only hip hop music or I can just only rap on hip hop beats.
Yeah, man.
But musically, like music has to be felt. It's a vibe. That's why most people who make Afro beats, dancehall, pop music, people relate to, because it's a vibe.
Yeah, man.
You have to listen to like a song and gives you the inspiration to either jump, dance, shake, forget something. But with hip hop, why it's a bit tricky is people hide the meaning of something they're saying in punchlines.
Yeah, man.
So someone is not going to have a notebook and be thinking
and take that time off to be like,
like, what did he say? So no one is going to be having that time to sit down and think about what you're saying, because hip hop beats are just like a constant. It's like a normal thing. You listen to one hip hop song, you feel like you have listened to 1,000 of them, because it's going to be like boom.
Yeah, man. Boom, yeah.
So now the advantage came in with the trap. Trap really blended in pop and hip hop. You get, so whereby you hear the rhythms and the melodies and the chord progressions of trap. Some are relating to the usual, and that is how hip hop is now being marketed. Like people have tried to create their own sound but still stick to the hip hop line, right? So why it's harder for people to penetrate, I think people have so much problems. So I cannot go to a club and just be listening to hip hop.
Yeah, man. Which even you rarely get. You rarely get hip hop in clubs.
It's not that people don't like it, but it's just that it's the time. You just have to accept that. It's the time.
You just have to accept that we're living in a generation and a time that is all about, get me something that makes me feel good, I'll vibe to and dance to.
That's why amapiano, Afrobeats
selling
really
out.
Doing well. But in the 90s,
hip-hop was a thing,
was
man.
Like
hip-hop
100%.
was a thing. Was it that by that time people were more of listeners and more of people
now
who just
that goes back to the generation that we are in. Currently people don't have time to listen.
Yeah, man.
It's so hard for someone, because now hip-hop is really like,
hip-hop is deep, man. Hip-hop is about listening, man.
If someone throws a bar, you'll be like, oh, punchline.
There's a punch. Now this is the thing, the difference I think with hip-hop and maybe these other genres, Afrobeat. Hip-hop, a guy who will be listening to hip-hop is looking forward to listen to, like a guy who knows hip-hop. You want those punchlines.
And
that is listening.
Double entendre.
That is listening. But now on the other side, these guys, he is for the beat. He is for the beat. What is, what's the beat giving? Is it making me dance?
People don't have time to listen. Like if you ask someone, like currently you have friends who have songs on their phones.
On their phones,
Ask them like, what is that guy singing about? He will not even tell you.
He won't tell you. Just be like,
They're going with the beats.
They'll definitely say, I love the beat.
I love the beat.
I love the beat.
Someone has listened to a song like 10 times, but they don't know what the guy is saying. The lyrics.
Sure.
So it's the generation that.
So that's the tricky part of our society right here in Uganda and embracing hip hop.
And how hip hop has been used currently now. Let me just say, like the whole world, people are blending hip hop with other genres. Yeah. You get so that it catches the attention of other people.
Sure. That's the point where I was like, some hip hop artists are even doing Afrobeats now.
In Uganda currently, like you're having hip hop artists. Yes, they are rappers, but they're not hip hop artists.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a different hip hop artists.
Break down that.
In simple terms, like when you hear Afro beats, you just know this is Afro beats.
Yeah, man.
What makes a song is the instrumental. The instrumentals that accompany the voices of a person. That's why if someone does raps on an Afrobeat song, it's Afrobeats.
Yeah, man.
Because it's an Afrobeat instrumental.
We are not going to say because he's a rapper. We are going to call this a hip hop song.
It's not a hip hop song. It's an Afrobeat song.
All right.
Featuring a rapper. Yeah.
Hey, all right.
That's the biggest difference most people try to like ignore. So hip hop beats are hip hop beats like the 90s boom.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So if an Afrobeat artist comes on a hip hop beat, is a hip hop song by an Afrobeat artist. Yeah. What determines the genre is the accompaniment of the song, of the voices. That's why you don't hear dancehall artists saying we are rappers.
So what you're saying, what determines the genre is the accompaniment of the song, but not the artist.
Not the artist, but the beats.
The beats are the ones that determine the genre.
You will never hear Vybz Kartel saying I'm a rapper.
Definitely, man.
Yeah,
he's
because
a dancehall
artist. Yeah, but once someone jumps on a beat that is different, that makes the genre of the song hip hop. But still,
it's like having Navio jump on a dancehall song, and then you be like that Navio is a dancehall artist. Am I getting the
dancehall song?
It's a dancehall song, by a rapper. That doesn't make him dancehall artist.
But that song is never considered a hip hop song.
Yeah, it's never considered a hip hop song, but it will be considered
a dancehall song by Navio, who is a rapper. Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
But that also, kind of relates of people wanting to be relevant now, since the real genre as hip hop is not embracing its real identity. Its real identity is not being embraced in our Ugandan society. So they have to blend in and, get onto these other genres, which I haven't seen you jumping onto yet.
Yeah,
you're still thinking about it.
No. It's not even thinking about it. You know the funny thing about music? No matter how bad you are, like no matter how bad an artist you are, you always have a fan.
Yeah, you'll always have an audience there for you.
Yeah. So now, you see, with being different is what makes you stand out.
Being different and being you.
And being you.
Doing you.
I don't think let me say, I don't think Bobby Wine will wake up one day and say, I want to rap. In a million years.
Winnie Nwanji.
Winnie Nwanji says, I'm going to be a rapper. Azawi wakes up one day and she's rapping.
Rapping. It would sound weird.
That is what
no one would embrace. Azawi's fans actually be like, okay,
something is wrong.
Yeah,
something is wrong. So now, that's what makes other artists in Uganda stand out and the hip-hop artists don't.
Sure, man.
Because if you're doing hip hop today, the next day you're doing dancehall, the next day you're doing Afrobeats. You're everywhere. So people will select the songs that they like.
They won't embrace you as a particular kind of.
Yeah. Fig Fameka has a song called Mafia. Yeah.
That's
like his biggest song. I don't know any other song that because that's the song that whenever he plays, everyone goes crazy.
And it was like some hip hop kind of.
That's a hip hop song. That's trap. Yeah.
That's trap.
But he has never made a song bigger than that.
And he has never tried to keep in that lane.
Yeah. If he had kept in that lane, maybe he would have saved hip hop.
Yeah, he would have saved hip hop, definitely.
Yeah.
He would have tapped.
He had the crowd. He had everyone following that trend. But now you can't tell me, okay, he's a rapper, but not a hip hop artist.
By what we're talking about.
Yeah. He's not a hip hop artist. He has a hip hop song called Mafia. but I can't say he's a hip hop artist. He raps on dancehall beats.
He's a rapper, but he has now embraced himself into different genres.
Yeah.
And those genres that he has gone to are the ones that were identifying his music.
So the genre takes him.
Yeah, it takes him.
So as right an artist, if you're out there, whatever you do, the genre you jump on, the beat you jump on,
will determine what
it's going to determine what the song
is going to be.
Yeah, the genre of the song.
Wow, amazing stuff, man. That was some serious deep analysis. But now back to, I guess, the center of all of this conversation.
Yeah.
You said this journey all began during the COVID times.
Yeah.
You experienced something that you didn't know was in you from the producing. Then you went on to becoming the artist.
Yeah.
But then in between there, as in getting to become the artist, you're trying to do this EP. But then you get on it, you put it aside again, you get on it, you put it aside, till even when you got into 2024.
Yeah.
So I believe, should we say in 2024, you didn't leave it out?
2024 has just started.
man, quarter.
Yeah, this is April, yeah?
Yeah, man.
So we haven't gone
quarter of the year now, partner.
Yeah, it's quarter, yeah. Left with like...
But I had...
2 quarters.
Man, some sources were telling me you've been cooking, you've been, trying to put this thing together, despite all, the times you kept throwing it back in the yard.
Yeah, it's done.
Man, it's done.
Yeah, the EP.
Should we say that's the name of the EP as well?
It should have been the name. It's done.
But anyways, man, you gave me a hint about the EP, and it's called the Highs and Lows.
Highs and Lows, yeah.
Highs and Lows, man.
Yeah.
What was the inspiration for that
Highs and Lows
title?
It's just like what we go through every day. Like you as a person.
Yeah, man.
You being in the media world. You having your personal life. Relationships and everything. Everyone goes through the highs.
Yeah, man. We could even feel it right now from the journey as you're speaking. You had the highs. You had the highs when you go to master everything to do with the producing.
Yeah.
And then you transition. You're like, man, let me now how to sell these beats to people.
Yeah.
Boom. No one was getting
the
that.
Lows.
That was the low. You get.
Yeah.
And then you're like, all right, man, let me get onto this. I can do it myself.
Yeah.
Another high comes in. You'll be like, hey, man, I didn't know I can do this. I can, actually, it's more easier for me than producing. I can write down these punchlines and everything. That was a high.
Yeah.
But then it became a low in the process, I guess, of trying to put together the EP and everything. There were challenges in between there. But anyways, good to hear that now we have the EP, Highs and Lows.
Highs and Lows. Yeah.
You're still painting out the picture for the whole title and coming up with the concept.
Yeah, the picture is just like so clear. It's like Mona Lisa's painting.
Yeah, man.
Whereby you as a person who is listening now, you have been going through this. Everyone has the highs and the lows. But sometimes the highs doesn't mean you're happy.
Sure, man.
I don't know, most people don't know, but there's a difference between highs and happy. Yeah, you can be happy with highs, but sometimes you can have highs, but you're not happy.
Usually we interpret highs as, happy moments, achievements and all that kind of stuff.
To me, highs are just like those moments that you haven't experienced. Like if you meet a girl today, you're dating her, those are like highs. They're giving you something different. You haven't met them before. Maybe you travel to a different country. Those are like highs. But it doesn't mean you'll be happy there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe you got a kid this year. But
that's a high.
That's a high.
But you never know what will
you
unfold.
might be happy with having the kid.
But otherwise,
or not if the guy leaves you. So now the highs are just like those moments, those sudden moments that happen in our lives. Have you had friends who have like, they meet a guy, she's all over social media, like splashing photos, posting, traveling. I'm in Paris, I'm in this, I'm in that. Then after a month, she goes silent.
Yeah, she goes silent.
And
Man.
What happened? Those were like the highs. Now she's not happy because the highs have gone.
She's now in the lows.
Yeah, the highs keep going. Like there's a difference. Like happiness is inbuilt, like in you. You might not have highs. You might not be even traveling to outside countries. You might not even be having friends now, but you're happy.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
I guess everyone determines their highs in different ways.
There are so many people living in
I think
highs.
it's a trajectory. Like, man, if you find yourself at some point you're getting to the highs, But then those same highs also could be the reason as to why you again go to the lows.
Yeah.
Just like you said,
like
you could even have the kid, but
there's a saying,
high,
whatever makes you happy makes you sad.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Yeah. So highs, those moments that we have. So the EP is talking about those moments that you have. You meet someone, the love of your life. You go through hardship. You go through this. Then there are also lows. Lows are like, it has no explanation.
Man, yeah, it has no explanation. And actually saying that it has no explanation. First tell me, on this highs and lows EP, what was your high in the making of this EP? And then you'll also tell me what was the low in the making of this EP.
The highs was just like me trying to make something different.
All right.
I was trying to discover myself, try to do something I haven't done. I haven't done an EP, haven't produced, recorded my own stuffs. Yeah. So I was trying to do that. So I'm just like moving away and doing something different by myself.
By yourself, man.
Yeah. So the highs are just like me being amazed by what I can do as a person, myself. Yeah. So those were like the highs of me doing everything by myself. So that's what made me realize that it had a different name, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Before the highs and lows came in. All right.
The EP had a name called Six, like figure 6.
SIX.
Yeah, 6. Earlier, because I normally wake up at 6.
All right.
I'm more creative at 6, so I used to like
do everything
make the
at
beats
6.
at 6 a.m.
Ah, man, that's dope also.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So it used to be 6.
It would have also been a dope title and in relation of, the making of it.
But the difference with using 6 is people think you're Illuminati.
666 and all that kind of stuff,
So long as they see 6. And also the funny thing, I was born on 3rd March. So 3 plus 3.
Man, make 6.
6, yeah. So they have another name. So I'm still going to release highs and lows.
But
and
then
still go back to 6.
You'll still go back to 6 and do something with 6. Yeah, dope stuff. So you should just know that is already, an announcement that anytime that you get satisfied with the highs and lows, 6 will be coming through.
6 will be coming through.
So I see it's a 5-track EP.
It's a 5-track EP, yeah.
5-track EP. Number 1, there's Love You, there's 10 Toes, The Devil Is Lying, Grateful, Another Life.
Another Life.
So we're going to break down these 5 tracks briefly. Number 1. Number 1, Love You.
Love You. It's a very hard title.
Was it? Were you up
Have
at
you ever
6?
broken up with someone? No, I didn't break up at 6. Have you ever broken up with someone you ever thought you will be with them forever?
Yeah, man. Hey, I've been in that situation.
Those highs of being in love.
Yeah, those highs of being in love. And
whereby you think
this is
life rotates around that person.
Yeah, around that person. Yeah, man.
So this song is a story I wrote because of a friend of mine. A friend of mine,
feel you, man.
broke up. Okay, he dated a chick for like the girlfriend. Let me not say chick.
I thought it was about you, man.
No, highs doesn't mean they're mine.
Okay. So
but it's
like storytelling also.
Yeah. So he broke up with the girlfriend. And he was there for the girlfriend, like doing everything. But what he told me, one thing made me realize that sometimes you need to love you. If you love you yourself, external hurts, like people hurting you, wouldn't be like a priority in your life. So what really happened is, he told me one thing, was like, sometimes you do everything for everyone.
Yeah, man.
For the longest time, but there's that one day they will never remember whatever you did.
True.
Now that's where the title came. I told him one thing. I was like, you need to love you first before someone else loves you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I guess that is the point where we always get it wrong, and we also get lost in this thing called loving someone. Like you yourself, you haven't got to love yourself, man. You're still trying to figure out who you are, and but then you're already embracing someone else into your life.
Yeah.
Man, that was a deep one. Yeah. And so that's how you came up with Love You.
Yeah, Love You. Then also on my side, I was just speaking to myself.
Yeah, man. That's the other side that we have to hear, man. Because this is you.
So it's also a part of a high. Like once you love yourself,
man.
Every day you will learn to live with yourself and
be happy with yourself. So you got to discover that part.
Yeah, I got to discover that sometimes you just have to love yourself. It's better that way. So that whatever happens, it doesn't affect you.
It doesn't
that much.
affect you. Yeah, there's a different way that you
losing
deal
someone
with.
you love breaks you, bro. Like,
Yeah, man, 100%.
Yeah, it makes you.
It really makes you feel like you're nothing now at that particular moment you've lost them. Man, I was there.
Yo,
I was there. But
can you tell me about your highs
man,
and lows? Yeah.
No, I'll tell you my highs and lows when you release the 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, man.
We'll do that.
But anyway, jumping on to the next one, 10 toes, man.
10 toes.
10 toes.
10 toes is like what we have on the ground every day.
Yeah, man. I love that.
Yeah. Every day before you do something, you have to put your feet down. Yeah.
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 Those are bars, man.
Yeah. Put your feet down. Yeah. Then the second thing is whatever you do, sometimes it's a choice. Like someone hurting you is a choice.
Yeah.
You walking out with your 10 toes is a choice. So that song is about you understanding that sometimes you need to just put your feet down and speak up and say something that
Say something that you don't like.
If it's not what you want, if someone is doing something that you don't admire, you just need to tell them and let them know.
Exactly. And also even, I guess, I don't know, but putting your 10 toes down, it's like also literally getting up, and go do something out there.
Do something.
Do something.
Don't be like so much worried about your lows.
About your laws, exactly, man.
Put your
It's
feet down
get up, man.
Yeah.
Ish. Easily put, man. 10 toes you get.
Yeah.
Then, now this one here is also something hard, man.
Oh,
the
which one is
devil
that?
is lying.
Yeah, the devil
The
is
devil
lying.
is lying. You're out there, man.
The devil is always lying.
But man, who has ever seen the devil? Who's the devil, man?
Sometimes I feel like,
I will live with the devil on a daily basis around
I
us.
feel like we
all have a devil in us.
We have a devil and a God in us. There's a good part and a bad side.
The good side is the God in us, and the bad side is the devil in us.
Have you ever met someone who is so good to you, but you listen to their story
And you're like, yo.
someone just told me you're this, and you're like,
Even you'd be scared to be like, yo, man.
You'll be scared.
Can we talk again?
Yeah.
But what you've said is true. Everyone has the devilish side in him and
so
the
now,
godlish side in him.
When I was writing this, I looked at you as a person. Also, the devil is like something telling you can't do something. You can't be this, you can't do this, you can't.
That's the bit where he's lying.
So the devil in you is telling you can't do this. The devil is louder.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That you can't get this chick, you can't get this babe, you can't get this job. And I guess also you too, at that time when you're trying to put this thing together, the devil was lying. You're like, man, nah.
Yeah, the devil is lying. So that's all. Like, I had to make it short. The devil is lying. I just had to put it TDIL.
Man, I'm connecting the dots, man.
The
The highs and lows. From love you, that is basically loving yourself, to 10 toes, get up and do something.
Yeah.
And then now the devil is lying.
The devil is lying.
Man.
So that was just the middle song to connect the lows and the highs.
The highs.
So those are the two highs on the songs. Love You
10 toes.
and 10 toes.
Okay.
So now what separates, what's neutral is the devil is lying.
Yeah, man.
So you can either choose the highs or you choose the lows. Yeah. You can either stop listening to the EP on the third song.
No way. Because if you stop on the third song, then you've lost the magic. You're not going to get the magic or the goodness of this EP. Because I'm seeing now the next song, From the Devil is Lying, is Grateful.
Grateful.
Now, From the Devil is Lying to Grateful.
Grateful. Being grateful, those are like the lows. Like, most people are not grateful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like
even we're never grateful, man.
Like, they don't appreciate whatever they have.
At the moment.
There's so much focus
where people were so much focused on getting onto the next thing or getting the other thing. And the little that we have around us, man, we never ever appreciate it.
We don't appreciate what we have. So being grateful is like one of the things that puts people down.
Yeah. Man.
If you're not grateful for having someone, you're dating someone and you're not happy with them, once you lose them, that's when you're like, oh, this person was better.
Sure, man.
But you can't get them back.
Yeah. Actually,
or maybe
I noticed this, man. You actually feel it when you lose them.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the logic in between there.
The logic is you are not grateful. Like, you didn't appreciate them.
You didn't appreciate them.
Contented. You didn't have empathy and connection with them.
That's it.
Because most of the things that lead to breakups are things that people can just sit down and talk over.
Yeah, man.
But if you're not grateful, you're not appreciating
that person at the particular moment,
the job
being with them. Yeah,
it's not just the person, or it's not about relationship.
It cuts across.
If you're not grateful for anything in life, God sometimes takes everything away from you.
Yeah, for you to
just learn to be appreciative,
and to be grateful.
Have you lost everything?
Yeah,
one
man.
day?
At some point, I lost everything.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
broke up with your girl. Your rent is due.
Rent and everything. During the COVID times, man, I was like,
that's when you wake up and you're like,
but after I was like,
had all these things.
Yeah, man. I was there, man. I had that feeling. I was like, for sure, when you notice all this when you lose it.
Yeah,
that's when you're like, man, I had this.
I had all this,
but still at that particular moment.
Yeah. I let it
go. Man. I get you there. We need to all be grateful. Whatever that we have around us, we need to be grateful. And definitely, we're grateful that this EP is out, man.
Yeah, I'm also grateful.
We're grateful that this EP is out. So far, we've gotten Love You, 10 Toes, The Devil is Lying, and Grateful. And then, I don't know what the last song is talking about.
Another Life.
This one now must be, we're shooting to the stars. We're going into another level.
Yeah.
It's called Another Life, man.
Another Life. Another Life is what everyone hopes for.
All right, man.
They hope for like something better. There's a reason why people go to school, graduate, because they hope for something better. So Another Life is just like you removing yourself from that worry, that feeling of worthlessness, where you think you can't have something better for yourself.
So right here, you're speaking to the laws.
Like the laws are like you not realizing that there's another life.
That there's another life. So you're trying to tell this person out there that there's another life.
Yeah, you shouldn't worry. You shouldn't be, even if you have lost your job, you have lost this and that, there's always another life.
Man.
Yeah. That awaits you, whether you like it or not. But if you're not working towards getting to that point, you will never get there.
You'll never get there. Yeah. Sure.
You have to put your 10 toes down and be grateful.
Yeah.
Love yourself.
Yeah. Put your 10 toes down, be grateful, go for that, and never ever feel of looking back. That will be the devil lying here, right? And then be grateful for all that you have. At that moment when you're getting those things, be grateful.
Yeah.
And then you'll now be transitioning into another life, man. You guys.
So it was just like...
just listening to you describe, the background of all these songs on this EP.
Yeah.
Man, it's just inspiring. It's just something motivating, even before someone
listens to
gets to listen to the EP. But the messaging behind it, man, super dope.
Thanks a lot, bro.
Super dope. And now this just tells you why we need you guy in studio the most.
Yeah. Actually, you need me to be coming on your podcast every day, bro.
For sure, man. For sure. Now you need even to cut off the burden on yourself, I think. Because I believe this was all done by you. You produced all this, and then you wrote down all this, you mastered all this. Man, such a hell of a workload on yourself.
It's a hustle.
But man, just like your EP is saying, you need to...
Sometimes you have to do it yourself, Yeah,
you need to do it yourself. Yeah. And actually, it's more fulfilling if you do it yourself.
Yeah.
But also on the other side, if you have other guys helping out, it's also way better.
Way better too, because I worked on it and produced it, wrote the songs, recorded.
Man,
it's just like
we can tell why it's been a long time.
Then maybe I'm just going to send it to one of my friends to listen to it, and
we're going to push this. We're going to share it around, and people should really look out for what Philant has just described for you right here, man. Highs and lows.
Yeah.
But it's very inspirational, man. This is a reason as to why I would say you stand out. You stand out in your craft. Like the way you come up with your concepts, man. They stand out. Even your production. I believe even when you're giving us that story of way back when you began.
Yeah.
Why people are not embracing your beats is it sounds unique, man. It sounds
like
different.
In the future, so
it sounds the future, and it wasn't giving them the Ugandan vibes that they needed. So it's the future, and I believe even most people now going into the future.
Yeah.
People will embrace this kind of production.
I'm working on different
and also for the people in this genre called hip hop, man. Specifically, we're speaking to the hip hop artists, the rappers. These are the kinds of beats you should embrace.
Yeah.
Because you speak to not just a Ugandan crowd, but to a global crowd, man, with such kind of production that you have on you. Man, highs and lows, man. Keep pushing, keep doing this. We're looking forward now to 6.
Yeah, 6.
And we shall look for other
might even
people.
come
We shall
like
look
in
for other
June.
people to help on the production so that we shouldn't wait
Yeah.
the long that we have waited for highs and lows, man.
Actually, 6 might even come in June.
Yo!
Since it's 6, yeah?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We're looking forward to 6 as well. But for now, let's embrace highs and lows.
Yeah.
Let's feel highs and lows. Let's listen to highs and lows. And man, let's get the message from highs and lows, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've listened to this, you'll surely get to understand the whole concept of the EP and enjoy it the most, man.
Yeah.
Man, thanks for coming through, man. And thanks for giving us a hint on everything to do with Philant and this new EP, Highs and Lows. I'm looking forward to listening to it 100%.
Yeah.
Because, man...
And put it on replay.
And put it on replay and let's spread it out. I guess they're going to get it on all, streaming platforms.
No, it's going to be up soon.
All right, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be up soon. Yeah, man. That was Philant right here, man. Looking forward to all the awesomeness that this guy still has in stock, man.
Yeah.